Hey, what's going on? I'm here with a demo review. I'm here with Braun, and we're going over some Ashville, and I hope all the folks back home and Braun yourself will not mind my new apartment echo on my mic a little bit. But we're going to be looking at some Asheville for week one of season 11 of RGL Highlander. So, is there anything in particular that you wanted to look at in this demo?
Yeah, I reviewed actually yesterday with a different demo with Dinko, and he was saying a lot of it is like focusing heal targets, but here in this demo, I feel like it's more about me like overwhelming and me like thinking, okay, like do I have to commit? Is this like a winnable situation if I like commit with beam, or is it more just like how in what situation should I be focusing on preserving myself over winning a team fight?
All right. Very exciting. Sounds good. Really nice buffs here. I also love that you default to grabbing the beam on your demo rather than going for the arrow. Once they're at like a certain critical level, then yeah, they can't really be saved. So I do
Yeah.
think I'm actually gonna go just play that right over again because that was a really interesting approach to the mid. Because I think you kind of did everything right basically. That's almost something really exciting for me. Is like, yeah, we're kind of at that level where like, hey, you just did 19 things really well, but that 20th thing was what got you killed. So we're gonna take another look here. Specifically, yeah, like you saw when you went all the way to the right side with your demo. Yeah, like this is perfect. The reason, by the
Your
way,
stream isn't loading.
okay.
Not good. Yeah, we're good.
All right, thanks. Yeah, when your demo's like 30 HP like that, especially in a sea of people where you're getting juggled too, there's no way you're gonna hit the arrow. So yeah, you made the perfect choice to grab the beam instead on them. This is great too, like kind of walking into the sniper to bring the heals onto your demo and your scout as well. Like I think this is all excellent. But I do think that we're like a little bit just kind of too far because now we're in a spot where there's like no one around really. Oh, let me see if this works. I've never actually used the drive thing.
Yeah, where you click drive and
There
then
we
you can
go.
watch the in the air. You can watch the move.
Sweet. Yeah, you can kind of see here at least like if someone bombs you when you're in this sea of people, they're gonna die. Or even if you walk forward with your demo, they're shooting you instead of your demo. But by kind of putting ourselves in one spot, yeah, it kind of helps. Yeah, like stragglers like that get to us. But even so, I think. Whoops. There we go. Even so, I think that's not so terrible. It is like a little bit unlucky, I guess, for the spy to come out right away decloaked on you like that. But all in all, I think it was very good. Like continue doing mids like that for sure.
Yeah, how I saw that is like my heavies being useless on ramp or my pyro sitting on ramp being nothing. Like every HP sunk into my demo is like another HP that we're gonna win the mid.
Agreed for sure.
Yeah, so we're looking at what, 60 disub, 70?
I believe so. Yeah, when we have like a long rollout like this, something I find important is to just tell our team call sniper, or just ask where the sniper is.
Hmm.
Because here that could have been their first shot. I don't know, but I think we saw the dot when we were coming out, and then they shot, and it could have been us instead. So yeah, like if we know snipers in shutter, then you can go a different way, or yeah, I think this is great. I think we needed to commit at that fight because, like you said, we're at such disad, we need to do something, or yeah, they're just gonna get the point for free. But committing us to that fight isn't so good. Really nice surf. Yeah, I think we didn't need to go into that fight, and so as soon as you were there for 3 seconds, you left. I like that a lot.
Yeah. One thing that's like really unfortunate is like DZ always dies at really unfortunate times. We
Yeah. So this I'm guessing DZ is the main caller too.
we don't really have a specific main color. We kind of just like have comms, and we
Yeah.
win sometimes.
Awesome. So I think something that kind of gets me with situations like this, we're kind of like you said, like if our demo was alive, we kind of had one we had time to go for a sack play, right, or go for a dry push and get some cap time. But now that he said, we kind of can't go for that anymore. But I really disagree with teams who think like that. Like, if our entire push of these 8 people is suddenly ruined because it's only 7 people, then those other 7 people must be terrible, like the worst players in the whole world. Like, I think our team should just go. Like, screw it, our demo's dead. All right, let's go sink our spawn timers. Everyone go die, you know, and go for the sack, go for the force, go for some cap time, get something on the board, right? Because otherwise, like, we're going to wait for our demo, then we're going to start to exchange, then the exchange is going to be over, we're going to start to cap. So it's no joke, even if you win this exchange, it's going to be like a whole minute off their clock when you cap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like, especially in general, we should already be doing something. And if our demo dies, we should especially have had everyone go feed and die and sink the respawn timers. Because like, our demo's already back. Hypothetically, everyone else would have been back about now when we get the super. Wow, this is really nice. I was going to say, all we have to do now with getting those 4 picks to us only losing 1 is literally nothing in the whole world matters except their sniper. Their Uber doesn't matter, their soldier doesn't, oh well, probably they're dead already, but nothing matters except their sniper. So I think for you, what you get to kind of do in that situation is say, call sniper, where's the sniper, and let your team say it and let your team handle it. Because even if they use into you, we don't care. Like, you could trap their medic in demo and it'll be over. But I think, like, literally the only... It's kind of like you said at the beginning. If we can identify, like, what does our team actually need to win, and is it me? In some cases it is, but in this case I think it's not. Like, if we let everyone go in and even feed 3 to the sniper, it would have been fine.
Yeah, I could have baited it a lot more. And just, like, played a lot more passive and not die to that.
Yeah. Of course, if it was, like, even numbers, even everything, I think it was good to peek the sniper there and take that fight, but... So I like our awareness here, that we're looking around a ton. Even when the spy's dead, we're looking like crazy. Yeah, if you've seen any of my content before with other people anyway, which I don't have any, something I say to everybody I've ever worked with is like, I will tell you when you're spy checking too much. And I've never said it in my entire life. So I love that we're spy checking here this much, but I do like really dislike how we're so close to here. Like, if we're farther back, like behind the toxic barrels, behind our engineer here, the mini is going to be shooting people for you. You kind of have the same, like, you're just as susceptible to shutter, but you're not open to ramp at all. And also, if they do come shutter, you can leave a little bit. So we have a lot of options, but I think just in general, the long and short of it is playing on the wall behind toxic is a lot better, because you also get an awesome surf. Like, you won't get juggled into the barrel. You won't get, I don't know, walked out by someone on fans as a surprise, like around this corner as a surprise, like a pyro randomly is a famous one. So, yeah, in general, I think you'll do a lot better in a situation exactly like this, but just play back to the wall so you can stare up and have a really easy serve. Because at this angle, like, they can spam a random sticky on you for 65 damage twice, and then you're like, guess I'll die, you know, there's nothing to do. Oh, and now the sniper's locking out your exit. We're like, no matter where the sniper comes when you're toxic, you can go left or right, but here we just have to cross ramp sightline to leave. Of course, I think that, I think the whole reason that we're having to, like, scavenge or, you know, try and make up for the round at this point is because we're so passive. Like, you know, I don't really get teams playing this far back. I think it's a lot better to play forward because, yeah, like, we literally lost again one guy. It was just our demo who died, and our entire team is gone. They have ×5 on the point. They didn't even use an Uber. So, that was a complete failure of a hold. And I think if you're forward, you can't even fail. Like, by the time they take the time to kill, like, 5 of your players, it's been 25 seconds off the clock, basically. And then they have to get packs and start capping. But if they cap, your spawns will be better. You know, there's so many things, but... I know I'm coming at you with a lot. I apologize. I'm used to, like... You get to the point after a while where, of course, I've done a lot of reviews with a lot of people, but eventually I kind of say the same things. But now that this is kind of our first session, I'm like... trying to get it all out on the table for my philosophies anyway. Look, what
Rook,
the
Rook,
hell are
Rook,
these
Rook.
hats?
I've listened to like at least 10 of your demo reviews. It's like this is basically our 11th.
Hell yeah. Awesome, awesome. So, yeah, I want you to think of it this way, right? Like, by us leaving, like, we left that hold and kept everyone, we lost one person and said, you know what, we can't hold this anymore. Everyone backed up. We're coming back in here with Uber. But the thing is, they just capped. So, like, they got the cap. As we're getting in position, we're going to start pushing and then use the Uber. So it's going to be like probably 6 seconds, 7 seconds at least until we actually use. Then it's going to be a 7-second Uber. Then we're going to have a post fight to clean up before we start capping. So it's no joke going to be 35 seconds, something like that. Let's see, 153. Let's see when we actually get the cap. And this is, by the way, we left like a while ago. When our demo died, there was more than 2 minutes on the clock. Or no, sorry. We could have held for longer, but you get my point. They only just capped at like 2 minutes now. It's like, people, I get it. Like, this isn't the wrong play. It's just like, even if we did a worse play, we would have held the point for longer. Like, let's stay in the fight. Let's keep the point. Let's fight this point with our, make a pry from our cold, dead hands. They're holding forward. Our Uber can't even get in. They're so forward. Wow. Nice identifying immediately that this Uber was failed. Like, it couldn't work, so you just leave. I do think, again, in general, like, leaving in a direction that baits enemies into your teammates is awesome. Like, if you had left under bats here, anyone who walks at you would have walked into your 5 other players that were alive. But on ramp, you saw the 2 people just walked at you for nothing. Mm-hmm. Real quick, that time, again, they had a 1:53 on the clock when we had an Uber to go fight. We did, and if we won, we still would be like just getting the point in like, 5 or 10 seconds from now. And that's if we won, which we didn't. So I feel like the point is, the moral of the story is we have to just like play farther forward, push more often, and push way faster. Because like I always say like in my own games, like if someone hits a crazy, like unbelievable shot, like jukes 5 of my teammates and double reverse, McTwist air shots me from across the map, it's like fair play, you did great. But making their job easy for them, I think is on us. Like we don't want to make their lives easy. We don't want to like sit around when they have the point. We don't want to put ourselves in an easily catchable position in a post Uber where like people can get us without being traded at least. Nice spy checking here.
The man's dead.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's funny. I would, as you know, as seeing a lot of my reviews, I'm a very aggressive player, and I would do that exact same thing, like walking and peeking shutter by myself into the stickies and sniper. Like that's a thing that I would also do. But I think, actually, I'll ask you a question. You mentioned before that the team is just very vocal in general. So would you like rank yourself in like the upper half or the lower half of more or less vocal?
I'm around like in the middle.
Cool. The way I like to kind of frame these pushes were like, it's off Uber, it's a dry, and your team took a little while to get set up, which is a thing like the more setup you get, the more setup they get. So that's about even, but they have the point. So getting set up is a complete waste of time, but that's not as much up to you. The part I think that is up to you is to say like, we have to get in the way that allows me to survive, right? Because you kind of sat on bats for a while and nothing was happening, and then it was too dangerous for you to go. So we tried shutter, great attempt, but yeah, of course we like peeked it again dry into stickies and a sniper, and then couldn't go anyway. So now we're still stuck, and our demo's 10 HP. So I like to say that we have to have like a hero, right? We have to have some kind of catalyst to make this play happen. Whether that's like sending our soldier in to go die, or like whipping our heavy across the point, or something like that. Like, we just have to go. Like, someone has to go and draw all their eyes around. Like, have our engineer send you jump over the roof, land on the combo, then you can go. But just kind of having this where we're not all the way in. Like, someone has to draw their eyes so they don't shoot at you. I think it's very important here. Yeah, really nice that we're looking up at a time like this. Yep. Yep, there it is.
The second I turn.
Yeah, but still not bad. I think the only thing I was going to add is I like to scream to my team, sack protection. Sack protection now, I'm on point. And even someone is calling what classes are alive, like Soldier Inspire alive, get ready. Things like that. But, so like you did a great job for yourself, but I think helping your team remember that they don't even have to do anything. They don't have to chase. They don't have to, yeah, like spam anywhere. They don't have to trap anything. It's like, let's just all take 6 seconds and stand around you in a circle. Yeah, for real, like if you're right next to your sniper right now, oh, it'd be excellent. Really, really, really nice on the toxic, behind the toxic barrels.
Like my team is really inconsistent at being able to lock out their shutters, so I never really feel safe.
I see. Actually, I want to check out the super really quick. Yes. Wow. Yeah, we need to salvage this round. Like, if we lose the point, we lose. So, yeah, we had to take the Uber forward, even though it was dangerous. Amazing, yeah. That was seriously the best possible thing you could have done is out attacking your heavy here. Even if you die, that it's worth it.
Yeah, I was about to bait him, and I was like, wait, it's OT.
Yep. Really sick. That actually won the round. Wait a second. No, we need to feed here, I think. Yeah, we can't let them get set up. That's why. Yep. Okay, but still, it almost won the round. Yeah, there's like... If we're in overtime and we have numbers add, let them come to us. We can mulch anybody. But if we're at numbers this had like this, like you saw they had a bunch of buffed players getting ready for a push all together at the same time, we can't handle that. So you literally need to go and like feed into them, like have your heavy go and like push into like past the crates, or have your pyro walk into their shutter and have you play like on their toxic. Just like draw them away from point, draw them away from your teammates.
Yeah, it's the same idea as like the Uber we did earlier. It's just delay time and get more time for our spawners to get up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always with this level. I mean, obviously I recognize so many of the names on your team and their team and everything. People know Highlander and know how to play Highlander and know the meta of Highlander, but like I don't care about the right play anymore. I care about winning the round. So, you know, so like I get people are saying like if this happens we can do that, and it all makes sense, but then the clock is ticking longer and longer, you know. So that's kind of the moral of the story. And a lot like I think to really win games at the top level on Ashville, we need to like just break all the rules and do everything for the cap time. Yeah, I actually don't think you even need to go for arrows unless you're like certain they will work. Because that was like kind of a small thing, but I thought like our demo might have died actually by us missing that arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this positioning is awesome, by the way. Yeah, like even if they come into us and shutter, then like screw it, they're going to take a ton of damage, and we can meet them with our Uber. So I like us playing forward here. Like, now I think is a great time to back up to Toxic, because your roof players can do a lot of work. We just need to like sit on them and support them. Do you remember what I said before about like, you know, by the time the exchange happens and the post Uber happens and all this and that?
Yeah.
Our heavy just did so much damage and bought so much time. Like they had to, I think your heavy traded for someone and they had to go back up and get a pack, and then they had to say like shutter's not clear. Oh, now it is clear, you know. All that stuff. I want to pay attention to when our heavy respawns after this fight. Yeah, by the way, I think once we like counted those sticks behind us, then we could like start backing already. But yeah, so now this is exactly what I'm talking about. Our heavy is alive and with crit heals. So one of two things can happen. Either we go for this fight right now and we lose, but our spawns are way better, and we're gonna win the post fight. We're gonna win the next fight because we have players and they don't. Or we just win this fight now and keep holding, right? Like that's how awesome it is to play forward like that and have your heavy like just went and fed and died, but they bought so much time for your team and now they're back already. I do think we should have been fighting sooner. Like some of our players were back here while our demo was in and dying, so I think we should have been helping our demo and been like really a part of this fight. Yeah, and now we're like, again, we're just waiting for our demo. It's the thing I really don't like. While we're waiting for our demo, their spy is calling more and more and is getting set up on bats. And, you know, now they're like their teleporter went from level 1 to level 2, things like that. Yeah, I love that position. Wow.
Oh, dude, I was malding about that.
That's unlucky. That's not on you.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, they were a complete respawner, like so out of position. So when we're on disad doing a dry like that, I think it's important to say to your team, like, actually not to your team, to just 2 people, say like, we have disad, but I'm going. So Pyro, get ready to blast their Uber when they use, and Scout, I'm gonna leave Shutter or wherever you want to leave. Like that way, you know that what you're gonna do and how we're gonna deal with it, and your team does too. Because I think you played that very well. But if their team was like a little bit better, they would have just like plus forwarded at you. Like if you were playing Wish, that wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cyber's called around.
Yeah, I actually think you can fly forward like all over the point when the sniper's dead. Like we're kind of here taking damage from stuff we can't see, which are the same pipes that are hitting our teammates. So you can like swing really wide, walk all over the place. Because your team will kind of follow you. It's like, because right now if one person goes forward, they're going to take damage enough to back up to you. But if you're forward and they want to buff, they have to walk up to get something. Yeah, now, like, we have a ball of 7 people. We have only 7 people alive, and they're all huddled on a ramp. Like, again, we didn't lose this fight. This fight is fine. But if we were any farther forward, they couldn't cap here. God, that was lucky. So I actually think going bats here was really good. Just in general, repositioning is something that people literally can't deal with. It's one of those things like, if you're in this door, they call that you're in this door, they see you in this door. If you just leave and go bats, even though it's a perfect amount of time that they could reasonably guess, they'll still be surprised. Like it'll be news, you know. But if we're kind of in the same position, then again, their job is cut out for them. They were already. Whoops. Let's open the demo UI. They were already looking at Shutter, and then, you know, we kind of walked into their crosshairs. But if you just like go up to bats, crit heal 1 or 2 people, and jump off, the opponents don't know where you are. They don't know your people have crit heals, and you know these ones on point. You can tell these guys before it happens. You can say, "Hey, demo, I'm going bats," and your whole team will know. So it's not a surprise to you, but it's a complete surprise to the enemies.
Okay.
It's like something else people do is on like upward first or upward last on defense. They'll like pick one spot and then stand there and wait for 1,000 years until the end of time. But it just kind of helps the opponents coordinate stuff onto you. It's like wherever you are now is exactly where you were 5 seconds ago, exactly where you will be in 5 more seconds. So if you could just be unpredictable in general, you'll take a lot less damage. When we're this close on Uber, by the way, I think we can like almost completely avoid crossbows. Like building is so important here. I think it's one of those things where if you like sit down and look at, I learned this from Aaron, by the way. It was like a huge proponent of this, but like if you look, like they could have. Wait, I actually think this just add a little bit, but like they could have sacked into you and maybe we'd force or instead of just dying, or if they had been building a little bit faster or something like that, they could have used into you right away. It feels like it doesn't matter, but you can basically think every single time I've ever died at 85 or above is my own fault because I was using arrows. But really nice that we're healing the roof people here. We can almost like, I see that you like put the beam on the roof people and then take it off them. Like we brought our demo from like 190 to 200 and then put it on our pyro again. And then our demo, like again, when that 10 HP faded, we gave him the 10 HP back and then put it on our pyro. I think you can really like ignore everyone else here and just heal the roof people because they're the ones who do the most. Whoa. I do think that's like again a little bit of an example. Like I don't know if you had like the not wherewithal, but like I don't know how aware you were or not of your respawners, but again, like leading someone deeper into lobby means they have to come really far in to kill you, which means they can get traded somehow. But if we like go into them a little bit, yeah, they have a really easy exit. We made their life easier. Yeah, I actually think you could play almost full backwards here. Yep, that's why. They probably just like made a mistake by getting the heavy instead. Because when you have like these 7 players all looking forward and up, you could basically pick. Like that's what I like to do, by the way, is I like to say like, I am spy checking, everyone else look for bombs. Or I like to say, I'm going to surf the bomb, do not blast it, everyone else find spy early. And then like have my pyro leave me to go get the spy, and then, you know, either way, we don't get stuck in a situation like this where you're looking like up, back, up, around, up, back, and then suddenly someone comes from somewhere just at the worst time, right?
Yeah.
So here's another example. I actually think we need to finish on their side of the point. Like, I think grabbing our demo and finishing, like, crazy deep into them in the middle of nowhere with, like, your melee out staring at a wall is better than finishing in the middle of our team on the point. Like, their whole team is focused on the point right now, and if they're not focused on the point, they're all, like, so tunnel vision on getting a medic pick that everyone's going to look at you. So we're, like, helping them focus fire. But if you were, like, crazy deep into their shutter or, like, yeah, like, just hopping up and down on the toxic barrel... Yeah, the soldier like went past your demo, for example. Like, yeah, just avoiding all the damage that exists on point. Yeah, like if we were toxic or a shutter or something, the sniper couldn't kill us from there. So it sounds crazy, I know, but like I think you kind of understand we're like,
yeah,
we don't want to help them focus fire. I know I've had a lot so far, but do you have any questions?
No. I get what you're getting at. It's just like maximizing chaos so they don't have the space in order to get onto point in time.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those things like, you're dumb if you kill me. Like those spies who always taunt in chat. It's like, great job, man, chasing the spy when your team's losing the round and the cap is coming, like finishing for the win. Yeah, so like that's you. That could be you. I love this position, by the way. Like, sitting in Shutter. This is an example of, like, not taking your teammates' damage again, but you kind of can't get killed. Like, someone would have to extend, again, so unbelievably far to get something accomplished. Yeah, this I like. Now we're just like, oh, we haven't touched anyone except our demo and scouts for like 10 seconds straight there. That was awesome.
I baited my heavy there.
I actually think that's okay. Don't tell them I said that. But, because like, even if you save your heavy, they're going to have to use like 3 seconds of the Uber to run out with their Fist of Steel. So. Like, here's another example. I really don't want your team to wait here. Go now. Your sniper and scout will spawn and will help fight. Don't stop. But yeah, instead we like get set up, but they're getting their buffs. They have more players on roof now than they did before. Their sniper now knows when your sniper is coming from because their spy is in position now. You know, all these different things because we're just waiting. Like, whoops, we waited so long we dropped someone. I guess we'll wait. So I actually think we can bait here a lot, just because we're building so poorly. I think, like again, if we'd use like a few less arrows, I think we can go here. Yeah, nice. Okay, but I think you get the point, right? If we had like 3 seconds earlier, this would have been awesome. It does feel like we're healing our pyro and heavy like a lot.
Yeah.
And I kind of get it, like it feels natural, and also it probably helps them. But I want you to try experimenting next scrims with like, basically never heal them unless they're like begging you for the beam. Because I think you'll feel better, and I think they'll get used to it. Because if you tell them no, then they'll be like, okay, then I'll just get a pack, and you can keep doing a really good job of healing the important people. Here's a big one too. Like again, we would have had Uber. Like make sure you don't heal people that are touching a dispenser.
Yeah, I was trying to like get it away from my heavy.
Yeah. Nice arrow as well.
This was a problem.
Holy.
I overextended, but I needed to right there. I needed to my scout and demo both could have like done a lot in that fight, but I couldn't keep them both alive. So I needed to prioritize one and just let the other die.
Yeah, well said. I like to just be clear and say, tank scout. Then our demo knows they're not getting the beam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is such a good dry. Exactly. We need to like be in, but be the farthest one back. I love this position on fans. Well, yeah, keep eyes on the roof though. Nice surfs attempts. Yeah, wow. I actually think like if you we like took our crosshair away from the roof for like 2 seconds, and I'm not totally sure why, but I think if you saw that demo coming, we could have dodged the damage.
Yeah.
I feel that sometimes, again, I'm just kind of working my way through your body language here, but sometimes too, like you'll be spy checking for a while, but then stop, even though we haven't found the spy yet. It's like you kind of like find the job that you need to do and then do it for a while, but then, yeah, we do it until it's been a while. Their team should have, again, been doing all these things way faster. That's kind of their fault. But, yeah, I think it's almost like relaxing to be really focused, like, in the dry like that, like I'm going to do nothing but bait and avoid damage. Then you just get to like chill the fuck out for the next 15 seconds, and you know all I know is fine dining and breathing. So same with these sack plays. Like I'm going to look up and tell everyone to help me. That's it. Nothing else. No worrying about buffs. No worrying about building. No worrying about global warming. I don't know what else. Not whatever you could possibly be bothering you. It all doesn't exist for the next 10 seconds. Ooh, yeah, I actually think you have like a full leave here. You like to grab someone else to build and stuff like that. Nice job. I think I have a leave here as well. Like, here's another one. Rotating bats right now, crit buffing your heavy. Ooh, that would be huge. Like, here they already know you're here. Also, your scout and demo have shot all of their ammo. Like, they're done, basically. Like, your demo has like 2 stickies and a pipe left. Your scout has 27 health and half their clip, you know? So, but crit buffing our pyro and heavy here, they can win you this fight. Your scout and demo can't. So going bats, I think, and then supporting those new people into the equation would have been really, really strong. Now, though, your scout can win this, so like tanking scout in a post fight like this is really good. Nice. It's a big relief that these roulettes are awesome. I tell my soldier to space, like jump, or like I tell my soldier space bar, not rocket jump, right? So I say like soldier space bar, just to make sure I can always grab them. Yeah, like here I think is a big time to say like either say arrow heavy and then go for it, or just ignore your heavy and let them not peek. Because also healing people kind of baits them into thinking they can do something right.
Like it gives them fake confidence when I can't commit with them for a beam.
Yeah, exactly. Something is super funny, like a little bit of social engineering, but not really. But with K and D, no, it's not bad. With K and D, with Jarrett, obviously is one of the best main callers to ever play TF2. And we kept saying, like, Jarrett, you're just going so right away all the time, and we need you to stop and wait for everyone else to get buffed. And then Blake told me, heal Jarrett last, and then it's perfect. And suddenly it's like, oh my god. Yeah, so every person has a buff, and then Jarrett gets it and goes, you know? So it just immediately worked every single time. So I kind of think it's like that same thing here, where like if you just pick one guy, like you were arrowing your scout, trying to grab your demo, and then realizing maybe your heavy could use something. It's like just pick one guy and like kind of have the team rally around that and be like, this is the guy right now. Everyone else, you're not the guy until it's your turn, until you become the guy. But here's a kind of a quantum thing where they're all getting some heals, but no one's getting actually healed enough to do something. Yeah, I really do not like this roof. Like, this is so bad. Even if you were like literally like jiggle peeking the sniper on their bats and shutter, I think it's better than this. Yeah, and the call here, we actually must feed. Like, I think we have to repush right now. My team sitting here passively isn't really going to cut it. Huge pick from your sniper, but... Okay, they just don't...
I don't know. I'm just waiting. I'm like, okay, guess we have a free cyber pick.
Yeah, like especially times like this. Like I think you can get so greedy, because especially now that the season's starting now. Like at first we want to make sure the machine is like well oiled, right, and make sure everyone feels supported. But I think now is when you can kind of go back on that, because here every health you put into your scout is worth like 3 or 4 times more than every one you put into your heavy, you know? So like here our scout was at half health, but they were taking the aggression on roof. They had the mobility to like win and lose this fight, you know, shove people back, go for a play back. And our heavy was just chilling and running away, you know? We grabbed our heavy for the most part instead. It's like, yeah, anytime basically you can grab your scout instead, it's so worth it. Like your scout is above your demo in your heal priority. Like it's really almost like scout sniper demo soldier.
Yeah.
You know, like the heavy and pyro are like at the actual bottom. I think lower than the engineer most of the time. Gunk payload. Yeah. That's a huge sack protection. Number one, that's a big sack protection moment where I say, like, everyone, including me, drop everything, sack protection time.
Yeah.
I'm crates. Watch for their bombs. The soldier's alive, you know, because you can see on the top on this thing. Second, we got their medic. No one's really gonna die here. Like, we don't need to give out fast heals. We need to build. We need to like get this Uber. We need to not miss anything. So like, we need to not have to focus our crosshair somewhere. So in every regard, arrowing is bad here. So number one, like, do not arrow in a full ad situation like this. And number two, if it's sack protection, yeah, we need to like really, really be aware of what threats there are and tell our team and yeah, like look up, look back instead of looking at the arrows. Looking for the arrows, I should say.
I was just freaking the freak out. But yeah, a major thing that I've been on with Casper is that whenever it's like an ad scenario for us, or whenever like I know they're gonna try and collapse onto me, like I'm always checking like the 3 classes: soldier, sniper, spy, because those are the 3 classes that are gonna kill me 90% of the time.
Yeah. So I think, for example, if you're like on like the X of the demo UI, if you're like here, right?
Yeah.
The sniper cannot kill you from bats or ramp. The soldier cannot come from anywhere except right in front of you. Their spy can only come from one place that, again, if you're calling sack protection, you have 2 people or 3 people already watching if you include yourself. So, like, if we're here saying sack protection, nothing could possibly go wrong. Like, unless it's, like, Jay and Demento teaming up for, like, the craziest, like, launching you up off the wall and then double backwards jumping to slam you and crater you off the second surf in a row or something crazy. Like, if that happens, then so be it. But I think, yeah, I think we have to make it really hard for them to accomplish something like that. Yeah, this is already like no sniper, no spy. Oh god, go. No buffs, get in. Like this has to be a push already. Instead, like we kind of group 5 people up onto the same area, take some more time. We just let them get healed up again too. So again, we got set up, yeah, but they got set up, and they're the ones with the point. So basically, we just let time tick. Yeah, like this position is awesome right now. I love this. Yeah, snipers and shutter, but they had to shoot through 4 people. Honestly, since our spawns are better, I think that Uber would have been kind of good. If you could have one single person show up in that Uber, like your soldier, for example, or your engineer, I think it would have been awesome. Because yeah, again, like now we're backing up. We have full ad, great, but you know, if we like got 3 picks and then immediately just started capping when our spawners came in. Here's another example. It's already been 17 seconds, 18, 19, 20. We did the ad push and we're just starting to cap now. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like we had an ad push, which was a quote-unquote good thing, but it took us a little over 30 seconds to actually get the cap off the ad push. Oh, and now we have this ad, by the way. Again, we have the worst spawns. So, like, yeah, I just think we have to go. We have to go so fast. That's why I'm like, take that Uber, go ahead. And then we didn't take the Uber. We backed up. And that's like, oh, just jump off bats. Go push now. We didn't. We stayed. And then now, finally we go. But the second we're here, they have a way back in. Yeah, like they're capping. We gave out the point and we're all gone. I know a lot of these are team things. And obviously this is just a demo review for like a one-on-one kind of thing. But I
No,
just
no,
want
no.
to,
Keep talking about these. I love it.
yeah. Well, that's good, but that's what I'm fucking talking about. Look at these guys. Uh, but I think you kind of get the point where at least you kind of have your ideas of what you could be doing to support these times. Like,
Yeah.
you could have like basically overrode your entire team and just forced Uber on your scout alone on the point and done basically nothing. You could have Ubered on your scout and like chased behind them and gone and died, and I think that would have been so much better than leaving.
I was like, we can't wait for a demo, so I'm just taking it on our scout.
Excellent, yeah. Actually, the call should have been have like Pyro debt jump into that Uber. That's something that I love doing with Pyrus on Yi, is to say like, or Marty as well is like the one I learned that from, of course. So to say like, Pyro, you're in this Uber, debt jump across, and then they're all the way across with your scout, and oh my god, they flame everybody, they air blast them back so they can't even move. Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Surprised he won that heavy v heavy.
Yeah, I like that you committed there too. In general, it's like never bad to rotate shutter from ramp. Like even if you think it's a bad time, it's not the like it'll always be okay. Like it can never be a mistake basically. Wow. Yeah, nice awareness here. This is like the time. Like, yeah, you even saw this spot didn't even need to do anything there. They're just like, I know it's overtime. Like, I can decloak. So, yeah, I love how we had that awareness here. But yeah, not too much to be done. I actually think, like, here again, we would have had Uber if we didn't miss those arrows on our heavy. When we were, like, at the very beginning of this. You were only, like, 30, but we missed a couple arrows on our heavy, or, like, even if you hit every arrow, it's still slower than just regular building. So we actually would have had Uber to contest that round. And what was it, 25 seconds on the other clock? So I think we actually had a chance in that round if we had built instead.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. That's why you just have to, like, always do it, basically. Like, only arrow if it's, like, the only way to save someone or the only way to win a mid-fight. Really nice movement into their, whoa. I actually think you can straight up leave. Yeah, like, when we get their medic and sniper like this, like, when you've kind of done your job, I think you can head out. They're gonna start to look to salvage or cause chaos or whatever they can. Yeah, for like here, like, yeah, we do not arrow until we get Uber. And also, when we get Uber, we should be holding right click.
Let's go already.
Yeah, you get what I mean, right? It's like we have better spawns. We knew where everything was. I mean, if people had started pushing a while ago, they would have made it easy for you to get in. Like, having you in front of anyone there is a huge mistake, but it's not your fault, it's theirs. No, again, not to play, I don't like playing the blame game. Like, it's not actually their fault. But I'm just trying to be persuasive in the way that, like, if you had literally all four of those people behind you just go and jump off bats together and walk forward in a straight line, you would have been perfectly safe.
I guess we get the miracle metric.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, really, you know what I mean? Like, we've been in the shutter for 14 seconds already. Like, how much are we gonna... Yeah, we've been here for so long, we, like, ignored the rest of our doorways. Nice positioning, actually. That I thought that was gonna work, but yeah, still. It's just too much. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, do you remember before? I'm like, if you leave bats... if you leave ramp and go shutter, it's never bad. If you finish an Uber and shutter and rotate to your own bats, it's never bad. So same thing here, like, We kind of sat on the same low ground doing the same thing in the same place for 15 seconds. They don't even have to think to get in. They just like walk forward and then take no spam from the other doors. Yeah, I just hate this. Like, we're all taking so much damage and nobody has crit heals. Our sniper can't take any actual angles because we're so passive. Oh, God. There you go. We had point. Like, every time we have point, we just die on ramp. So passive like this. Nice movement. Whoa. Really nice movement.
Thanks. We should have taken that 5 seconds sooner, or like 10 seconds sooner. We shouldn't have waited for our demo and we gave them the point for free. And like, they only denied their pyro for that, but like, we could have just kept that point in our favor.
Agreed. I really think you could, if you don't have the point, you should be holding right click when you get to, like, all the time basically. When you don't have the point, you should be holding your right click. So as soon as your Uber comes up, we use it. And like, if your team's not ready, then that's their fault. Like, we needed to, yeah, when we're like 65%, we know what we're doing with the Uber. At 85%, we're in position. At 95, I'm already holding right click because we're already in. Yeah, like, this is sick. Like, your soldier going and causing chaos over there. They literally just walk forward and get the medic. Our demo can stay forward. This is amazing. Here, I think, is a big building moment, too. Like, just, you know, I tell soldier 300, and I just sit there with them as they, like, writhe in agony because they got those itchy keyboards, right? They don't like standing still, but still, you need this Uber more than they need to contribute to the team. The roof is still the biggest thing here, by the way. Like, we should be healing our scout before all 6 of these people.
Yeah, and Blank is like forced down to 40 HP.
This guy keeps getting the 1-2. It is because our teammates are sitting in a... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my milk is pretty sick, but it's also because we're just sitting in a ball together.
Yeah.
Like, our backs are touching already before Mamba got here. So, I'll give you some more, like, again, just rogue philosophy. We've lost this. We can't hold this anymore. Our heavy is going to do nothing but put out their Fist of Steel, walk with you up the ramp, into the lobby, over to your bats, up the bats there. That's going to take like 12 seconds. It's faster to just die. Like, if they die, let them cap, and then you have your respawns with the better spawn. We're in such a good spot here. So I will scream to my team, everybody feed. You all must die. Yeah, awesome. But like, everyone should have gone at the same time with your heavy too. Like, our engineer got in. Our demo and pyro played to die there. Why did they leave, you know? Okay, great. They're alive. Are we about to push? Something tells me we're not.
Mission ends in 60 seconds. We have lost control point.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Those guys survived so that we could all stand here together.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying it's their fault. I don't think they're bad players. I don't think they made any mistakes. I just think it's like kind of like a team thing where this fight's already lost. What are we going to do now? But people don't like... Again, people come up with the right ideas of how the game is supposed to go, but look at the clock. This is so brave. That's actually insane. Whoa.
Right now, I really wanted to wait until we had at least some cap time before
That's
we
awesome.
started exchanging. And then I didn't maneuver.
It was not a bad idea. That I would have definitely done something different. I think my like thing there would have been to like take the Uber off my pyro, off my demo, off my scout, and said pyro. Walk at them in a straight line and hold right click with me. Because if you do that, they can't get off their ramp, right? And your whole team can focus just shutter and bats where there's almost nobody. So I think like buying space instead of like getting map control with the Uber would have done something, but yeah, like you kind of saw here, like, okay, if we exchange, but our teammates can't really afford to leave, Yeah, well, what can we really do with that, right?
Yeah, I see. I get you. The main things you're going about, it's heal priority. Like, scout a fuck ton more because my scout is like so much better at getting things done, especially on roof. Stop playing scared. I feel like, okay, here's like the mentality that has been going on whenever we try to play aggro. Like, I'd be supporting my demo and peeking shutter and all that good stuff, but like eventually, like they'd get really good spam from their ramp, shutter, and bats, and then we're eventually just like forced off, and so like I'm not really confident in my team being capable of locking out shutter as well.
Sure. I think the key word in what you said there is the word eventually, right? Eventually they get enough spam off on us that we have to back up. So that's already the right word. Like if we use the word eventually, you've done something right already. Because all we're doing here is waiting for like 20, not even, sorry, we're waiting like 11 seconds and then we take too much spam. We have to leave anyway, but they get the point this time. Second point here is if we take too much spam and we have to back up, then where we end up backing up to is drum roll,
Shutter.
please. Yeah, or ramp. I was gonna say like where we were anyway. Like if we get so hurt that we have to back up, then we back up to ramp where we were gonna hold in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, so like I put it kind of in the way that like it's not, you don't play the forward hold to succeed. You play it to like fall with style, right? Like fail really slowly. Like I want you to like die more on point because you're forward holding when you didn't need to, because it'll buy time on the clock. Like because your whole team is doing it. Like you're all taking risks together and accomplishing something together. Here, like keeping. Do you remember what I said before? Like if your heavy like leaves all the way out and comes all the way to bats, it's gonna be almost 20 seconds of like a whole round of like. And then once they're there, what are they gonna do? Stand? So that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Where it's like if we're all on ramp together and all taking the damage together, and then we all just leave together, it's like. Well, what the hell? We could have been at least priming for our dry fight if we were going to hand them the point in the first place, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you're totally right, but it's like, it's seriously better to just like keep dying over there until they get it. I mean, match day is tomorrow, so let's not do anything too crazy in the one scrim we have before the match. But I think you kind of get the point at least, where if someone's in a spot to buy us some time, like if your demo's the farthest forward, grab them. If your scout's on roof or your pyro's on roof, your engine's on roof, grab them because they're the ones actually doing something and blocking them out, locking them out, blocking players from coming in. But yeah, I agree. And I think it's not even like playing too scared or too aggressive. I think it's kind of like, it's something you alluded to at the beginning where you mentioned I have to find whether we're winning or losing this round and how. So you are a lot of the time, but so in those times that we're not doing that, like you're just kind of like going along with, again, the status quo, like the way that the game goes, sometimes we end up getting caught out or something. Like your team can win this without you, so let's just bait. Other times, we need to just go, and we need to make something happen. So even though the right place to stay alive, it's kind of better for you to just die and have your other teammates win it for you instead, again. So I think just kind of identifying, like, how do we win this fight or this round? Right now, maybe it's playing aggressive, but in 14 seconds, it's playing really passive. And yes, I think sack protection is a huge one. And like finishing in places that like bait the enemies into your team in post ubers or in when we're getting chased. I think that's my summary from the first half.
I get you. Like I'm a very like mental player. Like I have everything like all in my head, but I'm not very vocal, and I need to do that a lot more. Like usually, like when I'm a lot more confident, like with my team and like trusting them with my comms, like usually my words per minute correlates with how good we're playing.
Gotcha. And I do really think I have some teammates that just happen to have personality types that are very quiet. Like for example, Jay Easy and Michael PC1 are just naturally more quiet as people than idiots like me that can't stop screaming all day. So, but for them, I say the same thing as I'll say to you. Like I don't think you need to like keep your mic pushed down. I don't think you need to like be the one to rally the team. But I do think there's these like 1 or 2
Key
moments
moments.
every 3 minutes. Yeah, like if you have like just that one right call every couple of minutes, it's a whole new world of your team's attempts in the round. Nice. Wow. Yeah, moving forward, away from the soldier. So I actually think, yeah, I was gonna say like with it's spy time and soldier time. I again think you can kind of play full backwards here. Because your team is mostly looking forward already. Some of them were looking back and some weren't. But like, yeah, as the time went on, like the odds of you dying from something behind versus in front, eventually it passed 50%. So like, again, we just have to find where it crosses that line. But yeah, and then like commit to it too. It's like looking half in front and half behind is actually only really looking like a quarter in either.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another example. I actually think we could probably have just left this, but I love that you stayed anyway. Like, trying to do something and failing is never bad. Like, yeah, again, we said before a million times, like, we just, like, backed up and lived together for what? So we could all watch the clock tick down for the opponent and all hold hands, you know? But this is awesome. Like, this is really reckless and had almost nothing to gain, but you were trying to do something. You know, so I always have, like, praise and admiration for just attempts. Like, it would have been better for you to just leave. Meet your spawners, script buff them, and then go back in with your full ad. That would have been better, but still.
Now we don't. We wouldn't have had the point like now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can always salvage a bad play, but if there's no play, then there's no play. Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? Like, our team was so far forward that we just like created enough chaos that they couldn't protect their medic well enough. So like, even us like half sacking as medic, you know, draws enough eyes away from the opponents. It's like a butterfly effect or dominoes. Not butterfly effect, yeah, dominoes.
This game this half in general is a lot more roguey.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like this is awesome. Yeah, like shove all the way up, grab our demo, and they're the farthest one forward. When we call sniper, like if your spy calls like the sniper's rotating, then you can walk forward and cross into their secret. Like on the outside of their secret, it's a really great spot to play as medic.
Are you gonna see some of that?
Awesome. But I do really think like roof is like it's like such stonks to grab roof all the time. Like those guys are the ones taking the actual fight. Like everyone on your ramp is contributing nothing to society, and the people on the on the roof are like holding the whole rest of the team on their shoulders. This oh wait, your soldier died after you. Yeah, it should be again, number one, this is just your team playing too passive. It's fine. We've been over it already. But the other point on this is if your soldier can't hold ramp anymore and like deter, all your soldier does on ramp is deter their sniper, right?
Yeah.
So if your soldier has to back up, they have to tell you that, and then your whole team has to adjust. So maybe run it by them, be like, hey, if you have to get out of there, I'm gonna drop. So let us know next, you know, whenever it's happening.
Yeah, Wubs is just ringing. We usually have Dinko on soldier.
Right.
We have lost the control point. Medic is calling. I've got a contract for you.
I love Dinko. I miss Dinko. Yeah, here's another time we already needed to go. I think they have Uber, but we got 2 picks. Like, okay, now we got 3 picks. Why did we go for these picks if we were just going to sit around? And actually, your demo's in. Like, your demo's bit. Wait, who the hell is that?
No, I'm just baiting. I think I'm just baiting.
No, not you, but everyone else, too. Like, our pyro is, like, back here spy checking. Our sniper's not getting off bats. Our scout's here. Yeah, like, everyone should have walked forward. Like, 5 players walked forward. Not everyone who backed up, just let the other people die. That's a mess. Like now we're starting to go, and they definitely have Uber. I wasn't sure if they did before, but
No, I think they used. That's why I backed the fuck up.
ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sack protection. I'm on point. Soldiers are coming for me.
That was a little risky pulling out the crossbow.
I love that we just isolate our sniper there. In the SVS, we ignore everyone else and grab sniper. Spy soldier, spy on soldier, spy on soldier. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, this I think is just a little bit too risky now. I think we actually won this fight. Like, I think we can leave and go ramp. We knew their sniper was shooting you in Shutter. Yeah, nice, exactly. Yeah, I think we could have made this rotate like before our demo died, before we peeked the sniper.
This
What?
was walking. I was moving. I was not at. It only does that when your velocity is 0. I swear, I was moving. Am I
Yeah.
crazy?
That was. I thought you were like lagged out or something. You didn't stop. I tried to pull up the scoreboard.
Going insane.
I'm like, do you have
going
700
insane.
ping?
No, this is Comcast. This is a Comcast game. Comcast. Game.
Oh
Swear
my
to
god. I seriously can't believe that. That was like, it felt like I got like yanked out of my body, like a out of body experience.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Yeah, this, by the way, is kind of how our sacks should be going this entire time. Like, literally, the second anyone gets to your own bats, basically, we just go. And have one person run you all the way back just to build. Nice. Again, we can go now. The sniper's dead. We can peek. I know I'm like... screaming. What is it like? What is that one? Like old man yells at clouds. Like I know I'm just like yelling into nothing here, but I'm just trying to like drill into you like how to think about situations like this. Okay, again, we won this fight so long ago. We waited so long. Their sniper's alive. Like, okay, imagine we're in like an actual game, and I go and drop their medic, and I'm like, okay, nobody push for 35 seconds now. You all would say I'm crazy. But this is what's happening every time. It's like if I told you the sniper was like a cursed pick, like every time we kill the sniper, we will stop walking. Again, that makes no sense at all, but every time that's what happens. Nice leaving your demo out of here. Wait, what the? What a... Oh my god. Who is that?
No, the pyro got in our bats.
I don't know who that is. That was awesome. Yeah, that's some chaos out of them. Look, they almost won that with 2 players left. If they had one more player, I think they would have done it. And now, yeah, all they have to do is just get the point once with their better spawns for an entire minute with no Ubers on the board. We need some serious chaos here. This is seriously a call. Like, wait until 18 seconds and then everyone flood forward into any door you can find. Yeah, another little 2 set up, I think, already. We need to just go. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. This position, again, is going great. We need to heal roof way more, I think, but our whole team's forward now. Like, you guys made a big adaptation after the half. But, Braun, look. Remember what I said? What did I say? 18 seconds? We need to feed? Because otherwise, this is what happens. Same situation, everyone's still alive, but we're off the point now. Like, they have control of the point and we don't. This is insane. Oh, okay, nice.
We exchanged their med shit.
Yeah, nice, nice. I actually don't know why the med didn't have. Do you?
No. I have no idea. They were probably at like, I'd say 92, 87.
Yeah. Okay, they had like an 80% chance to win that round and failed it. Yeah, like, I don't think you guys did anything well. I think they made a mistake. Ooh, nice try.
3, 2, 1. The point is now available for capture.
Oh my god, I'm getting like motion sickness from these the whip effect.
The whip animation. Oh my, it's still going.
I think it'll happen. It's like the Uber thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, here's another one. We can just hold right click. Like even here, like we waited until our demo shot 3 of his 4 pipes and then we used. You know what I mean? Like I say all the time, like on mids or in post supers and stuff, like your demos fired all of their stuff. You know, they need to like drink some electrolytes before they can before they're ready to fight again.
Need some Gatorade.
So yeah, but like your scout or your crit heal heavy or all these people can do a pretty great job while your demo's reloading. Yeah, that was kind of fun. I think, yeah, we talked before about, like, you can kind of tell if the Uber's winning or losing when we're only on I don't know. When you've only used, like, 30% of your Uber, you already know if you won it or lost it. So there, I think we could have left all the way and come all the way back in. Again, this is an example where, like, whatever you have to add here isn't going to make the difference. Like, if I stay for 5 seconds and heal a total of 125 HP, is that going to make the difference? This situation, no. Some situations, yeah. Sniper's dead. Let's go. Yeah, even 40 HP. Walk forward. Yeah, we can go. We can get in. Awesome. Yep, that demo would have lived if... Oh, this is amazing. Thank you. Who's your heavy?
Lizard.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, you
Choose
didn't
out of them.
You're clipping that out.
Th
Nope.
This is fine.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm with you. This doesn't matter. Oh, we were just trying to fix the soldier bug, really. So
Oh yeah.
that was for me.
Intentional.
Yeah, we knew this day would come.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
What?
But yeah, like, see, I'm not joking. You have bad spawns. You died. We came all the way back. We not just respawned, but then got on the teleporter, ran all the way here. They haven't capped more than 5%. Like, that's how good it is to just play forward and die.
Dude,
Oh my God.
I know.
That was nuts. But still, you get the point. Like, okay, now that we're dead, watch your spawn timer when they cap.
Yeah, it goes like 3.
Yep. Oh, wait, that was actually not that good of a reset. I thought it was going to go down to 2. Or not reset, like a reduction. But still, we have a drive right now. They don't have Uber. We can just go. Or we should have just gone already. Actually, they might have Uber, but even if they do, fuck it, go. Yeah, nice. So yeah, here's a great example to say Pyro, I'm leaving Shutter, Scout, I'm leaving Shutter. There they are. Awesome. I love this.
Whatever.
Yeah, fine.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Yeah, like there are times, like, yeah, some people, yeah, I don't really like the style where people like nitpick every little thing that could be different. For me, it's more about like the big picture. So there, like, we needed to commit, and I think you've already done a pretty good job of spy checking. So I have really nothing to contribute to that, like nothing to comment on for a player like that. We should have been in. We're already pretty good at spy checking. Yeah, isn't it funny? It's like one of those things. It feels so natural, but then when you look back on it, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But I'm also like particularly, what do you call it? Not stuck in my ways, but I'm like really bad at not healing people because I used to play with people like Marty, who is like so aggressive and will just like win fights or win my Ubers or like any heals I put into Marty, it's like it makes me better. Like I have a better chance of surviving or winning a play or something like that. So like, or I would play with people like, I don't know, Aaron, who would just like have me so set up and like have the rest of our flank controlled where like even if I die he can win with the 40 HP I gave him, or like Spade Slick who taped a rock down to his W key, so he's basically another scout with less fear. Like so I'm really bad too with sometimes healing these people that don't deserve the heals, but I think yeah, like that's why we watch these demos, you know, is to kind of see like, okay, it wasn't exactly bad, but it would have been a little bit better if I really put my resources into the right area. Yeah, this is low. We just jumped up bats and used. We don't even know what the hell they are. We don't know what's going on, but we didn't wait.
One thing that I wouldn't have done like a few weeks ago, or would have done, was that I would have flashed my pyro when I absolutely didn't have to.
Ah, I gotcha.
I've been like really trying to be as conservative as I can with my flashes. I kind of walked into this.
Yeah, this sounds pretty good. They keep throwing stickies behind you, and they'll throw like 3 of them. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But like counting stickies, by the way, is something that'll help you a lot. Like, 'cause sometimes you can count how many stickies they have in like an Uber, and you can like run forward into the demo and saw them or something.
I have a perfect clip to show you for that later. Little sixes clip. You can tell I run that 5.7 inches per 360.
Oh my god. My sensitivity is almost triple yours.
It's for them flick.
Yeah, so this was a loss, but it felt a lot better to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it felt that way to you too.
No, like we were actually contesting them, and if we didn't win a fight, we won the refight always.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like the main thing you're pointing at is like, no fight is guaranteed to win, but like you're always gonna win the refight, so why not fight now?
Yeah. I actually love that play from Manbug. Like, I do think you can hover a little more towards the shutter, but...
Yeah. I didn't want to be like completely caught out in the middle, because I didn't have anyone on like the left side of point peeking. It was just me and my demo.
Yeah, and also, on those times that like a soldier gets onto our bats or something, and then I'm in shutter, then they'll like come behind and shoot just me first, so...
Yeah.
I guess it's not always... Yeah, there's no hard rule. Hard and fast
Like
rule.
if I had my like scout peeking like the middle of point, I definitely would have played more to the left, but there wasn't really anyone denying them from just like, you know, like from the space like right in front of me.
That makes sense. I actually love that play from Manbug. So like just always decloak and walk in a straight line from out under. It's probably the second best play I've seen for Spy on Mid on Ashville.
Yeah.
The best play, of course, being walk in a straight line with your revolver out and win the mid. Like, just shoot their demo with your
I had a
demo.
convo with him once, and he told me that he does this same exact thing every single time on every map. And I'm like, what? And he, every time on product, he goes behind to the enemy spawn, kills the S-Heli, and then goes for a pick. Like, every single time. And so I realized, oh, he's just gonna do that on Ash.
Yeah, I guess so. But I do think, like, it's so sick for Spy to just like have the Dead Ringer and walk at their demo in a straight line and just like gun them. Because then like 4 of their players have to look at your Spy and then waste it even though they know they're popping the Dead Ringer. And then by the time they look at your actual demo and scout, oh fuck, it's over. It's awesome. This is huge. This is what I'm talking about. This is awesome.
I got a little trapped here for a moment. But...
Like even here, you could take the super in with like your scout and pyro. Like it would have been awesome. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Like, we just played all the way forward, and then, oh, we took too much spam, we have to back up. And look what we back up to. This is awesome. But your heavy's in a sick position, your scout's only just now, like, people are starting to shoot your scout. Excellent. Oh my god, where was this team 7 rounds ago? Fuck him up. Get him. Kill it. Nice.
Yeah, and then boss gets the Ava, so.
Yeah, we can always do something with chaos. Like anything you do buffs your soldier, spy, sniper by like sitting in the middle of nowhere. Do you remember before? Like we all sat doing nothing, and then you had to cross a sight line and then died a sniper, and it's like, okay, great. Why am I doing this? Like let's have everyone peek every angle first, and then let me come behind. And it's the same for your spy and sniper. Like if you guys are in doing something, then they can go for a play. But if their team is literally like standing with having 9 spy checkers, what are you gonna do? Yeah, here's a big B moment, especially on the people on roof. You're like, now, fuck your demo and sniper. We have to heal our pyro on the roof. Do you have a fake Uber bind?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you should use it in a time like this. Like, because their team feels like they should win this fight, because they have picks, and they have some good ground, and they have good spam.
Mm-hmm. Or we have 20 ad.
Yeah, but if you... Again, literally any chaos will fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you just fake Uber right now and say, like, I'm fully charged at, like, 83%, someone on their team is going to be like, oh, they called, they have on ramp, they have Uber, and then everyone else is going to start thinking about what that means. They already forget how to walk if they have to start thinking. Like, they can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time, basically. These are all players that you'll play against. So really give that a shot. I think it'll help a lot. Except Blake has gone mad with power. Don't do Blake's faking strategy. Blake, oh my god, please stay here. But Blake, the joke is Blake just like spams it full time basically whenever he's playing me anyway. I don't know if he does that in general. But he's just like, I'm charged, I'm fully charged. When we're like on mid, you know,
never
like,
know.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, you're fucking echolocating to me. Just shut the hell up. Yeah, this fans position, by the way, is unbelievably safe.
Fans is goated.
Yeah.
You can support your shutter players and anyone trolling them on their bats.
Yeah. I actually think you could have still stayed. Nice.
You didn't see that.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
I kind of actually feel like this is another feed play. Okay. Yeah, again, we can always do something. Yeah, exactly. We can always do something with a play, but like leaving him.
Try and snipe their medic. Oh.
They just used on 3 people. You just had 3 players on point and like nowhere close to Uber, and they used. This is incredible. You nailed it. Everyone, I think I just kind of like manifested this play style, but from however many rounds we've gone through.
Manifesting in my own demos. You're thinking into the past.
It's all happening.
Yeah, like fuck our ad. We don't need 40 ad to push.
Yep. Yeah, we're
Like, it
already
helps,
in.
But we don't need it.
Okay. And now you're like even scaring them. You got them all fucked up. They're playing their own ramp. Like these, you just dropped their medic from or not drop, like killed their medic with pipes from your bats. So their medic was hiding passive on ramp. Whereas before, do you remember? They were pushing up into your shutter. This is seriously incredible. Please remember this. Like, especially, you know, during matches, people get a little more like, let's not make any mistakes, you know, let's not go too crazy, but like, I need you to go more crazy. Like, I need to see this round at the start of the match tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell my pyro not to take his antipsychotics. Hear the voices.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
You can even go feed with DZ Creeper, like go under the bats right now, something like that, anywhere to make them look at you instead of the point. Not that this is particularly bad. Obviously, it's strongly winning either way, but just in general, I think it's a really nice rule of thumb.
What I want to do since they had ad is just force the Uber kite and then refight with ad. Because it like if they cap, then okay, then they only delay their own spawns.
Yeah, that's true. I want to do something. I don't know if you have time. You can veto if you disagree, but sometimes when I get kind of stuck on what I'm trying to convey, I find it pretty helpful to show one of my own demos just for like literally 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. But for like literally 5 minutes, because I think we're going to see like, here's how I feel about the heal priority. Here's how I feel about backing out. Here's how I feel about positioning when we have a winning or a losing fight. Because I think it just becomes so clear.
Mm-hmm.
Where is a Ashville? What day is today?
Today, it's right now the 31st, considering you live
Yeah.
on Long Island.
Oh, nailed it. Okay. Let's see what this game is. Not that it particularly matters.
Yeah.
Nobody's crazy enough to do this but you, Doctor.
What week are you in Sakura swapping out?
She's doing this one and the next one. So I think she's doing. Oh wait, sorry, my binds are still broken. I think she's doing weeks 1, 2, and 4, if I remember the map pool right.
Okay.
Wait, my sensitivity feels so low now. Wait, what the hell? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I won't take too much time or anything, but I just want to bring the main points across here. So we lost this mid. Hang on. I have binds to like reset it back to 100%.
Try auto exec.
But before, didn't that like kind of crash the... Alright, now it's working. Thanks. Yep, they're in. They're already... Those two guys, we didn't have anyone else on the team and they already sacked.
And they only have 20 seconds on the cap. And you already have... Then you got their demo scout.
And you'll also see, like, I don't gain anything by staying there. I know that Demento is going to start coming for me. So I backed all the way up. Yeah, I wish I picked a different team. Obviously, this is the best team in Invite right now, so... But not that that's what's important.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but I'm screaming, go! Go now! Walk forward! And look at this, our heavy's in. He's drawing so many eyes away, and our pyro jumps over their roof! We're so fucking in! You know, I'm like, go now! Go! Get in! Even though we're, like, losing this fight, who cares?
It looks like you're winning. Yeah.
Do you remember? We were
they're
there
also
when we killed their
discombobulated.
sniper. He just spawned now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, this didn't work, but at least we're trying, you know? Like, we traded picks, we had better spawns and stuff. I want to see, actually I'm going to see if I can find a different scrim, because I think we actually do get, like, yeah, there
Little McOwnage.
there were a couple scrims that went better than others. One... Okay. Let's try this one. Oh, this is against oh, I actually don't remember how this game goes. Against the what is this team called? I always forget. I just call them the fish team.
Oh, Amigos.
Yeah. But I always think of Amigos Badinko though. That's why. Yeah, so do you see here, I like kind of like walked back into my team when I knew I was starting to die. Because I'm like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to do it in a place where the person will be traded.
Okay, but what if you hit the massive surf onto your own back? What if?
Yeah, that could be.
If only.
But dude, do you remember even those rockets from Demento, who, by the way, is not a soldier main, just fucking rolled me into my pyro, by the way, and hit those 3 crazy rockets in that last time we just briefly looked at? Like, it's gonna happen. They're going to hit their shots a lot of the time. So I'm just gonna make his life really hard.
Your sniper's focusing with the hunt, with the Hitsman Heatmaker. This is own.
Yeah, even here, like, this is such a bad fight that was taking too long, but yeah, again, by staying and trying, we can do something, maybe. I want to just see an Uber. Why do we keep losing so fast?
I wouldn't have waited for my demo in heavy there. I would have just tried and like latch up with my sniper or soldier flank.
Yeah, I really think, like, once you play against players like this, they're going to just start randomly chimping on your side of the map, again, to just buy time. Like, they're going to put, you know, 40 damage into someone and leave, but if they see someone like me, they're going to go and trade for me. So, I kind of know, again, like, I'm not going to contribute that much here. Like, again, if I buff my sniper, it's not going to make a huge difference once we get our spawns. Like, I could have just gone with these guys to buff my sniper right away, and I didn't.
Yeah. Gotta invest in the 1 inch per 360 gameplay. Trust me.
I actually
I love that from DT.
Yeah.
He didn't sticky jump.
I'm like, I'm usually a very cheery and amicable guy, but if you fuck me up on the rollout, I'm gonna scream. Like, they learn. They did it once and they never do it again. Now watch this. We should be holding right click basically. Yep, there you go. I waited 3/4 of a second. That's on me. But we don't have the point. We have to get in. We have to go now. Whatever setup we could do, they're doing too. So some people would say, like, just leave and meet up with my combo, but I'm saying, like, fuck it, we need to go. These guys, I've seen them win rounds like this.
Like, your heavy can make own, even with, like, even if your demo doesn't have beam, he'll have it.
Yeah. And now I walked forward towards my heavy when their soldier was coming in, so at least they died. Yeah, this round kind of sucks. I mean, yeah, we could just call it after this round, but I just kind of wanted to show some of these points. Like, I wish we showed, like, a forward hold, too, though. But I think you kind of got the point, at least, of when we talk about walking into our players when we're in trouble. Just going. Yeah, like, even here, we're not waiting. We're not waiting for players. We have to go. They're kind of feeding into us. They're, like, walking across point into us because they can't afford to let us in the first place. Yeah, like, this guy's been waiting for a pack for so long. You know, he left to get the pack. Even if he gets it and goes back in, that's like 10 seconds. He's half dead. If you make someone leave and come back after 10 seconds, that's almost, if they died, they would have been gone for 20, you know?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a look at it a little more, like, or do you want to just call it here? Up to you.
I'm staying. I'm staying.
All right. Just like sometimes, I mean, we are coming off again, like I said, soccer's playing this week, so I haven't played, right? So I would just have to go off in memory of, like, what did we play and how did it go. Wow, that was actually terrible. I saw the soldier out of my screen, the corner of my screen here, but when I was playing, I didn't see him at all. That was like a huge sack protection moment, and I saw that. I called it to my team, but like, why wasn't I looking, right?
Yeah.
We have secured the control point.
Yeah, this is the chaos I'm talking about. Like, they lost that mid, and they have 2 players behind us. You know.
Joe
Schmo BTFO.
Oh my god, that was
No.
Believe in the Joe Schmo.
We have lost the control point.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It still kind of stands to reason that, like, wait. Yeah, do you remember we lost that mid? Or, like, I died pretty late into the mid, so they had ad, and then they spawn camped me, and they only just now capped. So, like, we somehow
Have time out.
got 30 seconds out of thin air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like same here. There's no waiting for people. Our heavy's not here yet, and we already went. Oh, I guess he went ramp or something. Our scout, I was calling to leave with me, but... It's actually absurd how different my sensitivity feels. Like, I feel like I'm not used to this now, even though this is the only thing I'm used to.
I'm saying it. Invest in the 5.7 inches. It's
Listen,
more than enough.
you talking shit on my boy Blake, best medic in invite? On his, like,
Which is-
21 or 24
Jesus
inches?
Christ.
Here again, we just use immediately right away. No time wasted. No waiting. No setting up. They actually play this very well as a response. They like we did go like kind of too fast. Like if we knew they weren't there, we maybe could have not used. But
I was a little scared for you, and you were on their side of point of speaking pads.
here's an example, right? Like we basically lost this. Like it was even, but we have a response, so we lost. So you see, I'm kind of like already out. Like I was with these people. I'm like, okay. It was middling until a very specific point, and I'm like, but I found the point, and now I'm out. So as soon as it happened, I started baiting all the way back to Shutter. And even still, I'm not committing. Because I'm like, you guys can either win this without me or lose this without me. Either way, I'm not going to help. Now the sniper's dead, I'm actually able to commit, and now the spawns are in, now I go. But that's kind of the difference. We're like, I feel like in the demo we just went over, there are a lot of times in these like middling fights that you would pick to stay and then be punished, or it was like, yeah, I guess we didn't back out too much, but yeah, just kind of like almost overextending. We're like, here, like I'm like, my team is going to do something here. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I'll wait and find out. Like, I thought, yeah, our power just freaking death jumps into their Shutter. That's so sick. And now we're causing chaos. Like, our pyro goes down, but I'm like, fuck it. Our scout's in, our demo's in. Since sniper's down, you can run everywhere, you know. Like, I want it to, like, go and take as much time off this clock as I can. Even if we drop 2 more people. Like, if our demo and scout killbind right now, after doing all that stuff, they would have still done their job. You know, like, bringing my scout from 182 to 185 is worth it on roof. I'm in a bad position right now. I should be on Toxic. I don't know why I'm not. There we go. Yeah, like this position is awesome. Like we're only just spamming Shutter, but yeah, it's really hard for the Spiders to have me. I can leave Shutter or Ram. Those people who just bombed over, yeah, see where the hell am I? They can't find me. This is the same round, by the way. We lost the mid and then I got spawn camped.
Oh my god. I really want to see you just like sit in secret with your scout, or like go under their bats.
Yeah, that actually is the play here. Going under the bats with scout.
Yeah, because they saw you go Shutter like 50 million times.
Yeah, like even now I'm just being unpredictable here. Like it would have been better for me to stay in a spot I could Uber my teammates and contest like the Shutter for their entrance. But I'm gonna be unpredictable. Make them use out Shutter, thinking I'm there, but I'm actually not. But here I get to be like again aggressive because my teammates are in a spot where they can win or lose this, so I have like this room to be unpredictable, especially because Sniper's dead. There we go. Yeah. Alright, well that was a lot of fun, but I wish you just had like, you can kind of see that we like kind of transition like these aggressive holds into more aggressive holds, and even if they killed half of us in a spot like that, there's nothing more for them to do. So I hope this like drove home some of the points I had to make. Well, we got like rolled on that first round, and then we just rolled them back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing in your demo as well, where like you guys had a really hard time playing super slow, calculated, but like on a processor from like 2002, you know? So it's just too slow. It was the right play, but forever too late. So hopefully this kind of showcases like fuck it, let's peek and die and keep going because I'll spawn and go in again. You know, whatever it is, we just have to go, and we have to go now.
Yeah, I got you. Also, Dinko says hi.
What's up? Well, all right. Do you have any more questions or anything?
No, it's all good, thanks.
All right, no problem.
That was great. Yeah.
I'm glad. See you later.